Before I start this review, I wanted to come in here and do something first, and you can always skip ahead to when the review starts. But I have to issue a warning first. This is gonna deal with religious topics and me talking about some pretty traumatic things that happened in history, primarily with the fault of humanity being destroyed, talking about suicide bombings and or bombers, and also the incident of September 11th, 2001. If you want to skip all of that, I don't mind. If you just want to tune out from this video and not watch it anymore, I completely and humbly understand. But this is yet a review of a bad anime movie, but I'm still coming in here to warn people just in case if they don't want to listen to all of that. So you are free to do what you want. You're free to go wherever that you want. If you want to come back to this video at some point, I understand, man. I will not be, blaming you. I completely understand because I'm going to be talking about God and religion, basically some bad things like suicide bombing, this world going to hell in a handbasket, and also probably the most pinpoint important thing is the attack of September 11th, 2001. So, with all that said and done, if you want to tune out from this video, if you don't want to watch it, I understand. If you just want to go and do something else, please. If you want to have a fun time and watch one of my other stupid videos, I recommend it. Anything to make you happy, and when you feel ready, if you're ready, you can come back to this video. So this is not going to be happy fun time, Lazy Universe. This is kind of going to be more annoyed and pissed off, Lazy Universe. So yeah, just warning you ahead of time. So, with that all said and done, please enjoy the following review of 009 with Cyborg. This is your last warning to click off the video if any of this is going to disturb you, and yeah, take care, and if you don't want to watch the video, I'll see you next time, but for all those ready, please enjoy the following review. This is a steaming pile of horseshit. That should be all I should say about this movie. But no. You want to be involved in this. You want to see me scream at my TV. You want to see me raise holy hell upon this movie, don't you? When I pick to be a YouTube entertainer and review bad movies, sometimes they're my most viewed videos sometimes, but sometimes people just like seeing me get upset over stupid things. This is one of those times. This is the reimagining of Cyborg 009, as I already reviewed it, and I will pin where you can go and watch that review in the comments down below. This is a reimagining of them. Now this comes to us from the same director of Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex, the same director of that anime series. So before I get into the review, I think that I should read it. This comes from Kenji Kamiyama, the visionary director behind Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex, comes a gripping, visually captivating sci-fi thriller. So why don't I read the back of the DVD with you guys, and before I jump into actually reviewing it, because already the back of the DVD is going to be pretty hectic to get through. Many years ago, 9 humans were captured and transformed into cyborgs for the purpose of becoming agents of evil. Instead, they rebelled, becoming champions of justice anytime the Earth was in need. Now, in a post-9/11 world, the meaning of justice had become clouded. You're serious with this shit, aren't you? You're seriously doing this to people who immediately pick this up. That is not a joke. That's what's actually on the back of the DVD Blu-ray. Look. The attack of September 11th, 2001 shook the world by storm. It was something that we didn't see coming. and the Twin Towers fell, thousands of lives were lost, and it was a big traumatic event that not only shook New York, where the attack happened, but as well as the rest of the world. Justice was not clouded that day. While it took us time to get the enemy that was involved in the 2001 attack on New York City, we finally got him. It took us about 10 years, but we finally got him. And it took us with the support of George W. Bush and Barack Obama. And now, depending on how you feel about George W. Bush, I know that I am one that would make jokes about him to Kingdom Come. But what he did for us during that time period was important. And he was the guy to do so. And President Obama directing himself and going and basically helping us get the guy that did this made it feel so wonderful. Now, of course, that's not going to put any people's minds of what different justice is, but at least it put the term to rest. And now this movie is playing it out seriously. So, without further ado, I just had to bring that up. And yes, I remember seeing the 9/11 attack when I was just a young boy. I have just started first grade. And within basically starting the first week of school, we were told to go home. Because where I was living at the time, the plane almost hit the school. It could have. No joke. Even in my hometown where I'm recording this video, it almost hit that school as well. So no joke that both schools would have been impacted, which luckily that didn't happen. But it was a traumatic event that shook the world by storm. And then this movie decides to be like, hey, remember that traumatic moment that happened? Yeah, let's just stuff it down their throats even more with this stupidity. This is Cyborg 009, or just 009 Cyborg. So yes, I'm actually going to be reviewing this stupid piece of shit movie, and yeah, I gotta say I was interested to check it out because I was a fan of Cyborg 009. But good dear God, is this movie stupid, and you're gonna have to listen to me rant about it because you clicked on the video, and this is what you get, bitches, when you click on the video. Now, you're probably wondering to yourself, but Lazy Universe, how does this movie begin? How does the anime of 009 Cyborg begin? In the most convoluted, embarrassing, really messed up way possible. Yeah, don't believe me? Just play the clip.
初めに声ありき、言葉は彼なりき。
This weirdly enough sounds like a campaign for Donald Trump. When people speak, you must listen to him. Or we can try to shoot him in the ear. Seriously, how the fuck did the shooter miss a head that fucking big?
言葉に付き従い、これを愛せ。されと地に住む者ども、虚栄と傲慢、漢字と老断により。
So, his voice in this movie basically has the world being destroyed, as he tells men and women that they have to repent their sins and change their ways in order for the world to be fixed. According to Kamiyama, his voice means that it's an example of mystical or supernatural experiences that actually take place inside the minds of those who actually witness them, such as like tremendous events that actually do happen to certain people who hear a certain supernatural voice that happens in their head. These are events that are known to happen. People hear something that seems supernatural, like a voice say if somebody is in danger, like in a building that's about to fall, they will say like, get out now. You know, if a person needs rescuing, they'll hear a voice in their head saying, go rescue that person. And people swear that they hear this certain supernatural type of voice. Except for one thing. His voice in this is supernatural, mystical, and events, but his voice that this film is talking about, and I'm not joking because it happens, is the voice of Jesus Christ himself. So I don't get it. Did Kenji Kamiyama see Passion of the Christ and suddenly his life was changed because he's seen this fantastic movie? I'm just confused as you are, dear viewers, but yes, actually his voice is supposed to be the voice of God, aka or Jesus Christ. I don't understand, Kamiyama-san. I have no idea why you've chosen to do this. But yes, God is in this. Gotta rely on good old God here. I just don't understand this. Especially since that there are people that are not very religious like myself, and if you're religious, that's fine and dandy. But I know that also yet that his voice also sometimes means people hearing the voice of like Jesus Christ or God himself, which is fine. But why is this in a superhero anime? I mean, just imagine in the next, well, for example, because it's coming out pretty soon, just imagine that if in James Gunn's Creature Commandos, they just have God appear out of nowhere. Well, fine. If he's gonna be in this movie, then I want him to appear just like this.
Arthur, King of the Britons. Oh, don't grovel. One thing I can't stand is people groveling. Sorry.
What? It'd make for a more enjoyable film, anyways. Alright, but enough pussyfooting around it. Let's actually go back and actually review 009 with Cyborg. Even though I really don't want to. So, yeah, anyways, a missile goes rogue and accidentally tries to strike on the city of Shanghai, much to the team's utter confusion and disappointment. As 003 tells 005 to awaken Joseph Momoa's memories by beating the shit out of him. But the screaming at Joe worked. Seriously, how the fuck did that work? As Joe opens his memories and reactivates his super speedy powers. Hooray. So the team finds out that a lot of shady stuff is actually going on. That there's a weak group that's basically working alongside to try to fulfill the mission of his voice. But this little guy is not going to be talking anytime soon, because 007 or 006 just so happens to find a bomb strapped to him as he explodes. Glad you enjoyed that suicide bomber attempt, because that doesn't come back into play, as 003 and goes in to check up on how Joe's doing. Ugh. Listen, Kenji, baby, suicide bombing is one of the worst things to ever happen. Sometimes innocent people are involved in it. Sometimes they just get a bomb strapped to them and will be told a specific command to do. If they don't do it, they will blow them up right then and there. And when they do entirely do it, they will explode themselves and die. Some people are very willing to strap a 6-pound pack of like C4 or whatever that they use upon their bodies and just go straight diving into hell with whoever that they have to take out. But you decided to use it as a suicide attempt. That's not what suicide bombers do. They will go into a place where the enemy is, whether it be America or anyone else, go into a group of people that they consider the enemy, and basically they will attempt to commit suicide upon themselves by taking out both themselves and also the enemy. And like I said, sometimes yes, it involves innocent people getting a bomb strapped to them and being told, like, either you're gonna do this, or you're gonna die, or your family's gonna die, or both. So, kawinky dinky. And he plays this off like, oh, anyone can do it. So 003 wants to see how Joe is doing as she comes into the bathroom with him, a privacy woman, and basically shuts up upon his doings. But that's not all 003 came into the bathroom for. Oh, no, not at all. "003 has a husband who fought in the World War I French resistance. We are told this in the 2001 Cyborg 009 series that she had a husband and that he fought in the French resistance during World War One, and that unfortunately led to his demise. But no! You want Cyborg 003 to pretend like a fucking prostitute and bang Joe Chimamura in the fucking airplane bathroom and join the Mile High Club. Go to hell, Kenji! Nothing turns me on like a man using the bathroom. Oh, devour me whole and ye upon me, Joe Chimamura. Take me right here and now, you beautiful bastard. So after that incident happened, the team is all brought back together. Yes, all 00 cyborgs are united because of a common threat and a bigger threat upon them. But it doesn't matter not whether the cyborgs are together or not, because the world is going to hell in a handbasket, and nothing that they do can ever stop the world from being destroyed in this matter. There's even a scene where the cyborgs go to church to find more information on what's going on. You can't make this shit up! You really can't! You just can't make this fucking shit up because that fucking writes itself. Kenji Kamiyama was basically not entirely sure. He must have been out of his mind or something when he wrote this. Maybe he was on drugs. But why put religion in a superhero anime of all things, Kenji? We don't need it. Just give us superheroes battling a bad guy, and there you go. You could have made his voice kind of like the enemy from Ghost in the Shell. He likes Ghost in the Shell so much, so why not? It practically goes hand in hand. No. He decides to put religion in this. He decides to put religion in this for some fucked up reason. So after Joe does something, not entirely sure, he basically saves the world, he ends up hearing, no joke, his voice. Oh, trust me, that's how this piece of shit should end. But guess what? It doesn't. After Joe calls out to God, just had to prove that I was right, that this was about God. God answers his call. And you know what? He fucking gives him a happily ever after. No joke. Joe ends up married to 003. Most of them actually, what we can assume, have a happy and normal lifestyle together, or for what we can tell. And the team never questions of how in the hell did this all happen, especially on the last adventure that they had, and they decided to call off the 00 team and just go out basically living their lives. Oh, and also, there is a twist ending that there is an angel that was found and that Joe and 003 have it hanged up in their apartment, but fuck off. This movie completely destroyed 009 for me. As a person that actually did enjoy the 2001 series for the most part, and basically wanted this to be the team kind of like coming back together, so to speak, for one last adventure. Oh no. This is the worst movie I've ever seen. I think this might be the worst film that I've seen this year. It's god awful. The animation fucking sucks. Even for computer generated images, if that's what they use, or some different animation style. This fucking sucks. I can't even give it a Funko Pop rating. It even putting one of my Funko Pops next to this fucking thing makes me feel filthy. If you want to check this out, go ahead and do so, but it's a bad movie, especially with the twist being God doing all of this to people. Yeah, I'm sorry, this movie really does fucking suck. It has a stupid story, some brilliant voice acting, and also music, which is gorgeous, but the animation and everything else just really throws the movie off and out of taste. So check it out if you're willing to, but I'm telling you right now to stay the fuck away from this movie because it's not goddamn worth it. Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me at Twitter with a link in the description down below. You can find my 2001 Cyborg 009 video in the link in the description down below. Everyone, you know what? Cyborg nerdy, keep eking on, and this piece of shit can go straight to hell, because I don't care anymore. And probably will be on my top 10 worst films list of this year. I need something to cleanse myself from that. Hey, there's a new Crow movie coming out. Speaking of that, come back next time as not the movie, since I've already talked about that, and if I ever wanted to review the movie, it'd be like 5 parts long. No, come back next time as I'm gonna go to the comic book world and review the original The Crow graphic novel.